Hi everybody, I am Kokiro and welcome back to another episode of our Victoria 3 Let's Play as Greece. So the first few episodes haven't been quite as productive as I hoped for. We are basically 30 plus years into the game, and we haven't really grown much land-wise. We do have a decent industry. We are in our own market. We're trying to at least kind of be mostly independent versus going into like an Austrian market, Russian or British market, uh, which is kind of been holding us back slightly, maybe, possibly. But again, our GDP has grown quite considerably since the beginning of the game, as has our literacy and our standard of living. It's kind of middling, I guess, more than anything else. I think we started at about 10, it went down a bit, and now it's gone up slightly. We do have all the claims here on the Ottomans in all of these states here, including the islands here. But unfortunately, we can't really do any sort of conquering, mainly because if we do, uh, the British would most likely join the Ottomans. Because at first they even had a defensive pact with the Ottomans. The British did, but the Ottomans are in the British Customs Union, so that's kind of a touchy subject. So we definitely won't be able to go to war against the Ottomans, at least at the moment. But we'll see. We also do have a claim on Crete here, which is controlled by the Egyptians. So I think I'm going to try to go here, especially because the British, the Russians, the French, Prussians, Austrians, Italians, all of these guys might come and join us in the fight. So let's keep that as a option to go down. Another thing that we've been having trouble on is the bureaucracy here. It's been quite quite a bit up and down, mostly down, especially because we are getting some tax waste, and any percentage in tax waste does affect us quite harshly because we are so small and we are kind of losing quite a lot of money at the moment. So we will try to do that, especially because so we only have 5 trade routes active right now. We do need the coal, so that is, but it's not a very profitable trade route. So I am keeping it around 4 now. Uh, the thing is, I wouldn't mind importing some other things, but mainly what I would want to do is export some things, which is, somebody also mentioned that in the comments, which exporting would be a great thing to do. Is just the bureaucracy is keeping us down ever so slightly. So another thing is that I've noticed in the comments, actually two things. So first things first, we are going a bit low on silk. So somebody mentioned, go get a interest in the Chinese market, in the Great Qing, to get, because they do have a lot of silk. So that's definitely a possibility. And also another comment is to go and do some colonization down in Indonesia, but unfortunately almost all of it has been already claimed by Dutch East Indies. So we'll see what we can do with that. Other than that, maybe Papua New Guinea. I don't know, what does Eastern New Guinea here. There's no coal, unfortunately, and no coal. So that's mainly the one thing what I would love to do is through colonization is to get some coal. So maybe we can go down here. Okay, so there's coal here. So let's go down to Herrero. Not a huge population, but it is better than nothing. So Herrero we shall do. So first things first. No. Let's get you out of here and then come down to South Africa, and maybe we might be able to do something about that. So that's the first step. Another thing that I've seen before starting this recording, I know, sorry, I'm talking a little bit here, is just this is a new recording session, so I have seen a bunch of little things that I wanted to address before we unpause here. Actually, when we unpause, I do want to go to speed 4. So another thing here is obviously the unproductive trade routes, but available decision. So we can try to annex the Ionian Islands. So the Ionian Islands changed hands multiple times throughout the Napoleonic Wars and were not integrated into the Greek states upon their independence. If we can obtain the consent of both the Ionian people and the government of their protectors, we may be able to negotiate a peaceful transfer of power. So I think I will press this, but I will not press this right away. I do want to unpause and let at least a week go by just to kind of let the game run a little bit. Other than that, there's not much here. Well, contested government we do have. I do like the industrialists being in power. Actually, let me go and stop bolstering here, which will give me some more authority. Is there any sort of decrees that I might want to do here? Uh, Resources. Okay, let's encourage manufacturing in here. Green grass I have everywhere else. Enlistment, no need. Promote social movement. Yeah, we all have that. Road maintenance. Okay, so that's enough for now. So yeah, and yeah, so at this point I will go ahead and unpause and see how things go. Main thing here is to get our balance here. Oh, there it is. Okay, we are making some sort of money here. We are making some build. Well, not we. It's the private investors are building some, including some tea, which would be nice again to export, but we'll see how that goes. So now, first things first here. Okay, insufficient agriculture. Uh, become upper class, become more radical, or industrialists. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So now available decisions. So let's see what happens in here. Oh, wait a minute. Through careful negotiation, Great Britain has agreed to cede the Ionian Islands to Greece, a most agreeable solution. We will annex the Ionian Islands, which is a little bit of an issue, mainly because they have so much stuff going on in here. So first things first, let's go and do some crude tools first of all. For that steel mill, we do have a steel mill, no coal. So let's actually just go ahead and do some stuff here. So we do have a food industry. We can do maybe some pot stills. Okay, let's just do that. Let's just do bakeries. We're not very good on iron, so we'll see what that happens. Okay, so we now do make some more of these. Not a lot of wood. There's some fishing wharves here, which is okay. We're losing a ton of money. What are we missing here? Silk, because these guys are doing this. So let's go back to this, please. So that seems to be okay. Yeah, shipyard is fine as is. We do have a motor industry which is using some of this, which is okay actually. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Food, we're not making a lot of steel. Actually, let's not construct. Let's get rid of you. And can I please get rid of you, because we don't need that many tools. So let's actually downsize these things here. Okay, there we go. Let's get you to 1, and then you'll build a new one here. So waiting. Okay, so that is good. Food, you're still worried about the just go jars. That's fine. It should be good enough. Yeah, that should be a-okay. Urban center, so let's get you just to unlit so we don't have to spend any more of the coal that we're getting. There we go. Okay, we did do some stuff here. So wheat farms are doing that, which is into wine production vineyards, which is great. Yes, please do that. Cotton, can't really say we need cotton here, but it is producing decent amounts. Railroads, we don't, even though we do have, we do have railroads here. Okay, so that is a-okay. But let's not have so many of them. Let's just have one for now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's going somewhat. And we do have an extra construction sector. And let's get you to wood buildings as well for now. Where is our wood here? This is all in sawmills, so that's good enough. Q9 is good. Okay, so now we'll be able to go ahead and establish a colony in here. There we go. So we'll just do one for now, and 4,900 days. Dear Lord. Okay, so far a-okay. We get a few more people, a better GDP, which actually rose up quite a decent amount. Yeah, this fell down ever so slightly. Standard of living, okay, all of that is fine. The one thing is, I don't know if you need that tool industry, but that's okay. How's the market looking right now? So silk is still an issue. Liquor, coal. Hold on. So if I go to coal, that's the potential. Actual, see, China is not making any coal at the moment, which is kind of weird because they do have a decent amount of coal reserves. UK is doing the most. I can't do any more interest than what I have. I have to wait until we do have a little more established colony in here. So we do have some coal here, which I almost want to go ahead and start building. It is only 1,000 people, so let's go ahead and build one. Actually I can't do that because that is way too much money, so let's not. Where can we go ahead and lower some of our... Okay, there we go. So coal is still decent. If I import some coal, I can import some more from the British, which would mean way more spending on bureaucracy. One thing I could do is actually build a government admin, but so if a level 2 there, no government admin here, no government admin here, and no government admin here. Oh, and these guys have an arts academy, which is nice. Yeah, that's fine. Let you guys have that arts academy. Steel, can't say we're using steel for anything else except could, but we're not really low on the tools per se. So explosives. Where is my chemical? There's my chemical plant. It's mainly because of... Okay, so let's get... This only costs me extra sulfur. So let's do that. Should produce more explosives. The fertilizer, I don't need any more fertilizer. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can spend it on. We could go skirmish infantry, but let's not. We do have ammunitions. We are making ammunitions, but again, it's not being used on anything at the moment. Yeah. Okay, railroads done. Fantastic. So now we do have rail. I could actually go dynamite. It does take 6 years. We are getting mechanized workshop, which is pretty good. Water tube boilers. Again, this is all that needs more coal, but it's something that we definitely could use. So Q9 did go through. I could go civilizing mission 11 years, dear lord. Egalitarianism. There's suffrage, proportional taxation. That would be actually pretty good. The proportional taxation would be fantastic because then we might be able to get more money. It's the education institution realism. Can't really say I need realism. The prestige might be good. Maximum cash reserve, farmer shopkeepers, yeah. Steel frame buildings can't really use that. Maybe egalitarianism production. I can't really see anything that will help me in the short term per se. Especially this is going to take 6 years. Military wise, okay, we are getting rifling. Everything else is would take a decent amount of years. So rifling is fast. Actually, I think egalitarianism is the thing to do. So I will do that. So now another thing that I've actually I wanted to touch upon. Somebody did mention, which I completely forgot after reading the patch notes for 1.2. We can queue up what's it called text by pressing this plus button here. The thing is, it's a great tool if you want to know where exactly you want to go. But I kind of, especially playing a smaller nation like this, I kind of want to see Attic because this is going to take 3 years to complete. So in the 3 years this takes to complete, I like to kind of take a stock of where we are, what's happening with our nations, and then kind of pick the tech that might be best reliable. Again, thanks for the suggestion on doing that, which is a great tool. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic tool to be able to queue up text. Fantastic, which I probably will use in the future. But it's just playing smaller nations. I kind of like to take a stock of where we are nation-wise and kind of see how it goes. But other than that, let's just keep going here. So this is going to build another tool manufacturer, which is not necessarily ideal, especially since we need a little more wood. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, other than that, it seems like we're doing pretty good. Fruit is not that... Okay, so let's cancel this trade route, because we don't really need fruit. So now we're making some money. Did we do a establishment here? Not fully. So let's just wait until this gets established. Are we going still 4K, 4,000 days? But again, we have nothing but time. You're building another one of these. Which wine is definitely something we need. Silk is something. Oh yeah, what is our population saying? What are you guys paying a lot for? Tobacco is the thing, wood is the thing, and clothing. You guys are paying what? Luxury clothing. So the luxury clothing definitely is something we would need to get a little better at. Yeah, you see, this will not give me anything. It will give me 3, and I need... We're -7, which is not a huge amount, but I definitely don't want to do that at the moment. So let's not do and wait till we can switch our declared interest to probably China and see how that goes. Other than that, is any of these countries like Britain, are you in any wars? No. Russia, you in any wars? No. So this might be a good time to go after possibly Crete here. I know it's not very much in resource-wise. Wood is always good. Nice. They do have a glass, works in a furniture factory, which can be helpful. But we might be able to get into here and get Lower Egypt, which would be pretty decent. Again, we can't declare war for this because we don't have, again, a declared interest. But unfortunately, we can't do here because Britain will most likely join these guys. Anyone else I want to maybe suck up to? Defensive pact? No. These guys are not really willing, right? Not even with an obligation. France, alliance, no, none of this. Okay, so we will be falling from a minor power, which is okay. None of this can join, which I don't want to do. Alliance. Okay, defensive pact might be here. Don't need to improve relations. Maybe improving relations. Oh, wait a minute. Um, Italy's kind of decent. Unfortunately, I can't do any sort of improving relations with them. So other than that, let's just unpause and keep going here. Yeah, I'll keep going on speed 4 for now until just not to have the time go by so quickly as we are kind of approaching to almost midway of the game. So we are definitely past the first third. So just don't want to do this. Okay, so these guys want some laws. What can we do? National cultural exclusion. This might actually be really good. So we'll piss off the Orthodox Church and the petite bourgeoisie, but not enough to get them too angry. Cultural exclusion would be good. This all would be nice. No home affairs, no. The professional army is good. Appointed bureaucrats. I think that might be the best way to go about it. Could go laissez-faire, but that would absolutely piss off the rural folk and the trade unions. Again, I'm not sure. I don't think laissez-faire is actually as good as it was pre what's it called, pre 1.2. Free trade, protectionism. I think I might rather almost go protectionism. So yeah, for right now, let's actually go cultural exclusion. Standard of living, +5 laws from standard of living. That's great. Based on shares a culture with the primary culture in their country. I feel like this, right? If I'm national supremacy shares a heritage culture with any primary culture in their country, share a cultural trait which is not a heritage culture. Greek and Greece. Um, okay, you know what? Let's just go cultural exclusion. Actually, do I want to do this? Let me actually double check. You know what? I will do this in between episodes. Let me go quickly kind of run down what is based on always, right? Culture will be accepted based on shares a cultural trait with any primary culture in their country. Shares a heritage cultural trait with any primary culture. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just go ahead and do this and see how easy that might be to pass. National supremacy. But anyways, on that note, I think it is a good spot to put a cut in. Would it be input good shortage? Yeah, silk definitely stayed in turmoil. Unacceptable government. Okay, these guys are definitely unacceptable. Uh, yeah. So if I get rid of you, no, maybe these guys, and then if I no, none of these combinations would work. This will help. Yeah, I think this might be the best situation here. 53, if I go intelligentsia, no. These guys would be good. See, capitalism, production, technology cost. Yeah, this is decent enough. So let's just do this. Petite bourgeoisie, no, because they're against that. So, we'll gain some more radicals, but we do have a whole lot more loyalists. Let's just do this for now. There we go. At least it's not unacceptable government. Contested government, yeah. Expensive government goods, of course. Yeah, all of this. Input good shortage, yeah. Okay. We'll have to just deal with that as it is. But for now, thanks a lot for coming and watching another episode, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.